everyone, welcome back to another train set race video. It has been probably way too long since the last one, and so here I am back again. And thank God I have some ideas prepared, although unfortunately I had the ideas that I originally have was scrapped because this is not relevant anymore. So, but I think this is still does. It's timeless, I'd say. But anyway, the reason why I paused, as you can see, is because of this. Yeah, unless I like speak a little bit more louder, you guys probably won't be able to hear me. But according to OBS, it seems to be you guys can hear me somewhat. So I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm not gonna pause anymore. But yeah, today we'll be racing between a Class 66 and I think this is an ES44. Where is my train car name? Is it train car name? Yeah, there we go. ES44AC. There's a lot of variants. I'm just picking this one because I'll explain later. Because both of these locomotives are essentially very common in each of their own countries. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's put these two together and see how, they compare with each other somewhat, just for funsies. And funny enough, considering this Class 66 and 59, because it's kind of same, the engine's different. It's like both of these are from America, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, they are from EM. They are built by, is it EMD? No, GM. No, it is EMD. Yeah, it is built by the EMD, but we'll get into that more deeply once we get into the race properly. And the finishing line for today's video is probably this, unless for some reason they have much more speed to give. This is basically our finishing line here, which is just right beyond the second big pool of water. And yeah, fastest train wins, I guess. Pretty much it. And these two trains will be hauling 12 of each of their own freight cars from their respective countries, aka one's from the UK, one's from the US. UK being the FKA one, ignoring how this is from either US. I only found random freight cars for like modern freight locomotives to haul. For the ES44, these are hauled by hauling well cars for the subsequent. I don't know, I think apparently these are like very like massively used, and they are usually double stacking a lot of containers, but in all due fairness, because of the 66 and due to UK loading gauge, they can't really haul double stacked containers, and hence why I have decided to not do double stacking on the ES44's consist, and so it's a single one. I was originally gonna use this, but I don't see this as a more, I don't know, better model. So I thought I just download this one from Joint Rail, I believe. So yeah. Okay, I got nothing else to say. So let's quickly line them up. Is that close enough? I think so. Yep, there we go. Okay. Both are lined up on their respective. I don't know. I hope these are properly lined up anyway. Oh, everyone for the countdown, I guess. Look at the horn. Listen to the horn of the ES here, ES44 here, and then compared to 66, it's just. So, yeah, pause the game. Now, maximum throttle, 100% and 100%. Being that both of these are like freight locomotives, I'm not gonna lie, I do not expect them to go very fast. I know the top speed of this thing, but I don't know. I'm not that familiar with an American locomotive's top speed. Being that they don't go very fast more often. They more or less trade power for speed, isn't it? Yeah. All right. The race starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, I like the noise of the the ES though. Like, was that from you or you're from the? As you can see, both trains are crawling at a very slow speed. And honestly, there's not much of a competitor here because both of these locomotives are technically from the US. I wonder do they have the same specs? I didn't even see the engine specs at all. I'm not gonna lie. No, I think their acceleration speed is nearly identical. Is it? Oh no, the GE is like pulling off. Interesting. Actually, maybe because they have a bigger engine, doesn't it? Maybe because it does have a bigger engine. Explains why. Currently going nearly 40 miles an hour. But you already reaching 40 miles an hour. So, I'm gonna do the Class 66 first. So, for the Class 66, I forgot their all first name, so unfortunately, you guys have not. Like, there's a lot of 66 that's like on DLS, so I don't even know who's the original model at this. Who made the original model at this point. But actually, that technically kind of reflects the top speed of the locomotive here. But yeah, quite accurate, I think. I don't know. I've only seen it on TSW 6. I haven't been on a real 66 cab before. Also, although the seat, the camera is a bit off alignment. You can, well, obviously, I can't remember what's that download. No. It was unsetting where you can move around the camera basically. But centering line here, I don't know, it's a bit too high, but I think it looks okay. Obviously, there's no back detail here. There's no need. There are some levers and buttons that are free modeled, so that's pretty cool. Are the dials there? Well, the actual dials are not free modeled, but the, what do you call like the thingy that isn't the dial? But yeah, these dials are actually modeled. Oh, hold on! Despite having a higher acceleration, we seem to be catching up. Ooh, maybe the ES44 did trade power for speed. Oh, and yeah, top speed. Yeah, top speed now, 75 miles an hour. But otherwise, I mean the controls are realistic enough. I think. Just like they have a lot of these consoles thingy as well, so good enough, I guess. Oh wow, that was easy. That didn't take long to reach top speed, but this top speed is slow. Not that freight trains need to be fast, because, well, they're carrying like many tons at the rear, so I'm gonna. There's no way. I was about to say. Oh wow, the ES44 is hauling off quick. Okay, but yeah, the Class 66 is part of like, is also developed or partially similar to the Class 59 as mentioned before. But the only difference is that the two locomotives have different engines, and hence why they have like two different classifications basically. And these are most commonly seen on UK railway and like, on its like relative freight trains. You can see them everywhere. So, and these were introduced back in. When did they first enter? When did they first enter service? I have no idea, but they are built between like 1998 to 2008, and apparently 2014 and 2015 there's like also more. And apparently the design is so popular. It's so good. It's so good to the point where there's even exports. So not only in the UK, but I believe, I don't know, else. It's supposed to be elsewhere. I don't know what country there's. I can't remember, but I remember seeing there was a 66 model in Egypt of all places. So that's pretty cool. I don't know this in mainland Europe do they even have these as well. I think they might have. And right now we're crossing the first bridge here. Crossing the bridge. First one anyway. Yeah, for some reason the Wikipedia didn't really say much of when they first entered service, which operator did it come in with. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for 66. They're still, like, again, they're all around with the UK. If you want to see them, go onto a main line. That is an intermediate station, and you'll probably be able to find them. And with their and they're like a bunch of like different flat car wagons as well. Interestingly enough, I believe the US also has a similar concept where like the freight wagons are like more than two of them, like permanently linked with each other to form like a very like long concept. UK has a few of them here as well. The two quickly attack, having two trains running alongside each other is so cool. The noise is good though. But I got nothing else to say in it. It's just like a flat car for containers. So yeah, pretty good for multi-purpose use, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to the ES44 here, because how fast is it going still? Is it still increasing speed? There's no way. There's no way. Is it the same speed? Is it nearly the same speed as the 66? But for some reason, they are faster than 1 mile per hour for some reason. Is that a train set thing? I feel like it might be a train set thing. But these apparently these are called GE Evolution Series. And apparently these locomotives are... So at least, yeah, ES means Evolution Series, I believe, according to the Wikipedia. And these are built by obviously these are built by General Electric, since it's GE, I think. I don't know I haven't been to the US before, so I assume this cab is either accurate or reused from another locomotive. But I think it does the job pretty well. This cab has some 3D models here. I've been to advanced mode, and yeah, and it does work. Well, sort of. They're very like glitchy. So I don't know. It's probably just there for the sake of a bit of a realism, instead of just no controls at all. And I think the other cab doesn't even have any like 3D controls at all. It's just a PNG of a cab. Then again, this is actually downloaded from a 3D. Sorry, not 3D, third-party developer website. Then they do sell their locomotives on the Trainz official website. I believe, I might be wrong, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be spending much on new locomotives with money anyway. So it's free then. But yeah, this locomotive, this exact one, the Kansas City Southern livery, is actually free on their website on Joint Rail. So you can download that if you want. Oh, actually, that's the ES44AC. Huh. Man, it's a very chunky locomotive, isn't it? These are common. Apparently, these are commonly known as the GEVOs. Presumably, because at least according to the wiki, its prime mover is literally GEVO. So I would imagine that's like the GE engine. But that explains it then. So yeah, these are GEVOs, I guess. These are commonly nicknamed as GEVOs instead of just calling them ES44AC. Again, much commonly used in the US, just like the 66 here. Worldwide country law uses this, along with some other freight locomotives that are confusing to name for me. Like, not that they are hard to name out, it's that there's so many variants that I can't even bother to just get into. No offense, but like, wow. Anyway, for these well car wise, oh yeah, for some reason, if you press horn, it's pretty cool. They got little ditch lights. got a bell there. Oh, yeah. But for some reason, I don't know how to make these dish lights stop, so they're just gonna be there. That for now. For some reason, I don't know. Is it just me? Note the little strobe light over here. If I press L, it just shrinks. It shrinks and then like it merges from the little headlight there. That is an interesting design. Like that is so weird. Oh. But yeah, neat design. Very chunky locomotive. Anyway, for these well cars, by the way, for some reason these can't like fit 53 feet containers. These are also I downloaded these also from the Joint Rail website. If I pronounced the third party wrong, then I'm sorry. These well cars comes in like different variants. I only randomly download one of these, so for the sake of for the Gevos to haul. So, but yeah, I think again, just like I think the FKA, wasn't it? Yeah, just like the FKA, or alongside some other UK freight wagons, container wagons, sorry, specifically. These well cars also has the type where they like permanently couple with each other for like a 3 to 5 car consist. There's also these single car ones. I don't know, are these much more common, or would the multi-linked one to be much more common in the US? I don't know. But yeah, these are usually be able to stack. You are able to usually double stack these. But once again, for the sake of fair competition with, you know, how 66 can't really carry a double stack. Hence, I capped it again. I capped it on this contest as well. So, okay, legit, how fast does an actual Gevo go? Hold on. So the design speed. Oh wow, so it's supposed to be slower. Design speed is 70 miles an hour, but for 75 miles an hour, which this is just. So they're kinda unrealistic. Not really. It's just fast, like for 1 mile per hour. It shouldn't make much of a difference. But for C4 models specifically, so they are in this family. There are the variants that can like get up to 75 miles per hour. So that's still pretty cool. But I think, wait, but what about 66 though? I forgot. Did I say anything about your engine? Oh no, 2-stroke. According to the Wikipedia, it said engine type is 2-stroke V12 diesel engine. And what I don't know. You guys can look on the book on Wikipedia. I am not familiar with any of these engines. But I think maybe, but I truly think that maybe because there is an engine difference. There is an engine size difference, I guess, or something. I don't know. Maybe one engine is stronger. Well, yeah, one engine is definitely stronger, I'd say. But considering the size of a US locomotive compared to the UK, I don't know, does the size of an engine ever helps like with like power output of a locomotive? So maybe the US wise, maybe they do have like a advantage in terms of their size, so hence why they can like haul like much more powerful loads. Sorry, more heavier loads compared to whatever the UK is. Because the UK is either much more longer. Actually, the US much more even longer with double stack. So holy hell, these are massively impressive. Because you can wait at like what, an hour or so in a crossing, because these things haven't finished crossing the crossing line yet. What am I saying? Sorry, I haven't finished crossing the level crossing yet. And you have to wait for hours just for it to pass by like what, 500 wagons or something? I might be overemphasizing here, but it's like really bloody long if you look at like any of these videos on like US freight trains. But as you can see here, we're already reaching the second bridge. No need for even any sort of competition. But would you consider this being a bit of a more tighter competition or close competition? Because like considering these two trains are nearly identical speed of somewhat, because the AC, I don't think these run at 75 miles an hour. I have no idea. I have no idea. Because oh no, wait, there is a C4 series. So these are technically slower, supposedly, but trains that I suppose the engine spec is locked on 76, 75 miles an hour. Presumably it's savoring for the C4, but well, at least in Trainz anyway. I think the competition is somewhat close, but congratulations, the ES44AC. You are somehow more... Wow. There comes the 66, passing the finish line. Alright, let's slow him down. That's quite close though. What about stopping? What about stopping wise? Who can stop quicker? Ooh. Do you have any more engine noise for stopping? No, not a single sound. Okay. No, yeah, you do make the whoom sound. Huh. Intriguing. So you're slowing down 10, and you're still going 20 miles an hour. Jesus Christ. Maybe because I helped reverse that's why for like a second, that's why it slowed down much more quicker. And the 66 still going. I would... Surely, it has to be... It has to be like the engine size that's like making like a lot of the difference, wouldn't it? Because like, again, both of these like, this holds much more... less load compared to maybe the US counterparts or US locals. Why are you... Oh my god, you are a smoky guy. Look at that exhaust. Jesus. My goodness, what happened to the exhaust there? I don't know why, I'm surprised it emits this much of a smoke. Wow. Oh no, don't move. Let the... Comes the 66. So wow, congratulations to the ES44AC. Holy hell, you have powerful acceleration as well. So congratulations to the US. But yeah, I don't know why. It's fun to see trains that races again. I have been curious to write on how the performance wise. The performance wise between two trains. But obviously, the reason why, I don't know, maybe because of the 66, outside of the loading gauge issue, because UK loading gauge is much more smaller compared to the US, and the load, like the amount of like load it holds, it's very much differs or completely different compared to the US, because again, they can double stack and UK doesn't, and really the only difference is just they can hold longer trains. Well, the US has longer trains, and the UK has shorter ones, but even the UK ones are long as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of the haulage ton, I'm actually no idea. How can you? How much? Okay, you know what? I don't know. I've been looking on the Wikipedia for like a very short amount of time, so you can either go on there if you're interested in like, either one of these two locomotives, if you're so interested, or if you know, let me know or educate me on between these two locomotives. I guess you know any fun facts about these two. Again, let me know. I would like to start a little discussion down in the comment section. So yeah, Trainz is back for now, and if you have any more train racing ideas, let me know in the comments. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see whatever locomotive you have in mind to race between each other. Make sure that the locomotive is free, if possible, because I prefer that much, and I don't know, do I want to spend any more money on Trainz set when I've been massively spending on Train Simulator Classic. So like this video if you like this video. If you liked it, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. And I'll see you all in the next video or stream then. Louis Totalmix signing off. Peace out and never mind. Your horn is not that impressive in Train set, unfortunately. So all right, Louis Totalmix signing off. Peace out. Louis Totalmix signing off. Peace out and. Bye-bye!